Welcome back to beating Elden Ring with all 402 weapons, and today the magic wheel gave us Eclipse Shotel. Eclipse Shotel is my 10th curd sword out of 19 in this series. You can find it inside Castle Sol at the altar of the church. It has a unique weapon skill Death Flare, which buffs the weapon with holy damage and a Death Blight build-up. Although it's basically impossible to actually proc the Death Blight against anyone in the game, but hey, at least it looks cool. This weapon has indeed split physical and holy damage, and a 3-way scaling with strength, dex and faith. Because this is such a late game weapon, this run will be done in New Game Plus, and we start things off with my Flamberge save file, which was the previous run of the challenge. First things first, we get to Castle Sol and pick up the legendary Eclipse Shotel. Funny enough, the Flame Art build we did with Flamberge was actually perfect for this run, since faith and dex are exactly the stats we want again, so there was no need to respec. For drip, I just chose the Confessor set, and I decided to keep 200 Sword Talisman for New Game Plus. But apart from that, we sold everything we possibly could, as always before my New Game Plus runs, and just like that we were ready to start the actual run. But before we jump into the gameplay, a quick word from today's sponsor, Boot Dev. Since you're watching this video, I'm going to take a wild guess. You probably like Elden Ring. And if you're anything like me, one of the reasons we love Elden Ring is that feeling of beating something insanely tough and actually enjoying the struggle. What if I told you that learning how to program can feel exactly the same? With Boot Dev, it actually does. Boot Dev gamifies the entire learning journey. While learning to code, you'll complete quests, unlock achievements, fight bosses, and climb a global leaderboard. As an IT student, I found my university courses to be quite boring, but Boot Dev actually made learning fun. And next thing you might ask, why would I even want to learn programming? For starters, it can land you a high-paying job, many programmers work remotely, anyone can learn it, no matter your age or background, and if you love gaming, there's actually a good chance you'll enjoy programming too. So, check it out for yourself. All their content is free to read and watch, and a paid membership unlocks the interactive game mechanics. And if you click the link in the description and use my code FortiEnjoyer, you get 25% off your first payment on Boot Dev. Thanks again Boot Dev for sponsoring this video. And now, let's get back to the run with the legendary Eclipse Shotel. The question is, do we eventually go for multi-head build? We can power stance when we get to the mountain tops. And I guess even with one weapon, multi-head stuff probably works. Holy is good in DLC too, I guess. If anything, this weapon should be better in the DLC than in the base game, right? Surely it can't be that bad, right? Like, I don't have high hopes, but it's a curd sword, pretty good weapon class. But I think this is widely considered as one of the worst weapons in the game. One of the worst melee weapons, at least. But this is sick. I feel like it's impossible to proc Death Blight against anyone with this weapon because they're just gonna die before before you can do that. Also, shut up, Kenneth. And if I remember correctly, most NPCs are immune to Death Blight anyways. Also, Werptopes. At least it's a Zombo weapon, so that makes upgrading much more pleasant. +4. What's next? +4. I guess we want that holy tier and then maybe dex tier. What? Okay. Apparently I've forgotten how to play this game. I tried to dodge, but I pressed jump by an accident. Nice reach. Yeah, the first R1 will always whiff if I'm right in front of him. Great. Could be worse damage. It's actually okay DPS. For New Game Plus as well. Yeah. Apart from the reach, so far not awful, but that's that's just an Earth 3 avatar. Well, yeah, Dex and Holy. Ready for March. This damage isn't amazing, I must admit. But it could be worse once again.
Thou art of passing skill.
If this wasn't New Game Plus, March would be dead already.
Thy veins tarnished.
And once I get Moldhead stuff, I think it's gonna get a lot better as well. Obviously it's a Gerd sword, so the moveset is pretty darn fast. Normally I would actually start New Game Plus with 40 Vig after respecking, but this time I just didn't bother respecking at all, because I already had such good stats and Rellana wasn't even dead. Also, we're still deadless. It's entirely possible to get a deadless run with Eclipse Shotel. I guess we go for Winged Sword Insignium for second tally. So there's no hitbox if you don't do the explosion. I thought there is at the end of the weapon skill, but apparently there isn't. Okay, no poise. Nice. Winged Sword as the second select in Godrick. I sort of understand why most NPCs are immune to Death Blight. It would be way too OP against them, you know. Any insta-death thing is kind of stupid. It's a weird mechanic overall. I must admit, the damage isn't high. Okay, well, GG. Also, watch this. Easy game for babies. Guess we can upgrade before Radagon. The only reason I can think of for using this weapon over other infusible Gerd swords is the visuals, because this does look sick. +6. We can fight the Radahn next. You get to keep your clothes this time, Charon. Radahn isn't as highly scaled anymore in New Game Plus as Margit and Godrick were, so maybe we will see a slight improvement in the damage. Yeah, I'm always late for that follow-up. Yeah, once you get those multi-hit buffs going, it can get decent. I still only have Winged Sword Insignia's multi-hit buffing thing. Oh, nice. Good stagger, boys. Yep. Not bad. Yeah, just decks right now. Third Thali. We want Millicent Prosthesis. Oh yeah, forget this. Oh, what was that? That's quite rare. It's mega delayed. I feel like I usually don't see that. Yeah. Not the prettiest fight. A bit messy, but GG's, still deadless.
I thought I've only perhaps. I could have ate. Are you giving me?
What? It's hard to go wrong with a good sword, even if it's like Eclipse Shotel, which is arguably it is probably one of the worst good swords in the game. Okay, there we go. Third tally. Now I guess we can get to DDS from here. Yeah. Quite easy to burn all your stamina while you are spamming R1s though, even if the weapon is light. What? I didn't see that one. Ah, tried to be cool and finish with the weapon skill, and that almost cost me the deadless run. But not quite. Yeah, damage is okay. This weapon is +6 currently. Even if it's New Game Plus, I always like follow the same upgrade pattern. Goldfrey next. Oh, what? So follow up. Okay, more decks, and we can get 4th Talisman. It either gets Sacred Scorpion or Ritzo's Sword, and you know what it is. It is Ritzo's Sword. As long as we stay at full health, it's also going to be the better damage buff, since it buffs all damage. Sacred Scorpion would be just for the holy damage. There we go. 4th Salic. Yeah, we should have the shackle, so straight to Morgott. No, you really hit me. Oh, it's annoying. Okay, you really need to be like directly behind him to be able to strafe that, I guess. It felt weird still.
Shall not be forgiven.
Okay, just trying to aura farm for no reason once again. Yeah. Not the prettiest Morgott fight either. I will take it. Still deadless. Somehow.
Your thoughts.
Yeah, still dex. We can also now get a second weapon. Great hammers are so busted, honestly. Like, his swings are as quick as mine. It's a fucking great hammer compared to my curd sword. That's should be illegal. Now I think we have all the upgrade stones. Time to get another sword and upgrade both, and then I guess we are going to fight Niall. We do want Tony Cracked here, I guess. I'm so confident about my first try Castle skip that I'm not even gonna take the Grace. See? Simple. Still deadless, baby. Oof. Another Eclipse Shotel. Boom. 2 + 9 Eclipse Shotels. Very good. We can kill Niall, I guess. Right, yeah. Well, I guess we go for Dexterly now, but we don't really have anything better yet. Kinda forgot about that. Much better already. Shame I can't really see both swords at the same time with escape. I really hate that attack. Yep. It's gonna get much better now, I feel. Didn't even have jump attack buffs yet. Should we get Claw Talib? We probably should. Do we bother going for the jump buff armor, I guess? There it is. Might as well kill this guy, I guess. Gary. A rare Gary fight. Sonic Cracked here next, I guess. Nothing beats power stance jump attacks. Nothing beats a Jets to holiday. Straight to fight chant, we even have the Grace, which is great. Get rid of text here and go for Thorny. Thorny and Holy, I guess. Great. Great job, fire chant. Gideon just stay still. Oh yes. Oh god. It's so stupid that even with a weapon like this, you saw the damage earlier, it wasn't amazing, but once we go with this build, it doesn't matter which skirt sword you are using. It's simply ridiculous. I could have killed him right there, but I whiffed. Good fight. And that's why every time I can power stance with a Gert sword, it's more likely to get higher rating than if I can't. For example, the regular Shotel, or Shidel, did get quite a low rating, because I just simply wasn't able to power stance it. Actually, it was kinda nice that I wasn't able to power stance from the beginning, in a way, because at least I got to see how is the weapon if you only use one. Okay, now Godskin Duo. Yep. Jesus, that was a lot of damage. Yep. It looks like bleed procs are happening. When in reality, they aren't. Holy, almost one cycle. What will it take for me to do melee two-handed instead of power stance? I could do it. But I don't know if I can be bothered to fight the whole fight with just one weapon. Well, we need 2 combatants. I usually never power stance zombie weapons, now that I think about it. Oh my god. That's a lot of damage. Oh my god. Can you stop jumping like a maniac? I could never do that. Stop dodging. Thank you. There we go. +10 and +10. One more dex level and time to fight Malik.
Destined to death. I will not have it stolen from me again.
Yeah, it ain't amazing. That would be doable. Nice whiffs, what the fuck? Much better. All the hits go hard. Although I whiffed a bit, it's weird. Simple. Is that even hitless all around? I think it was. Yeah, it was. Didn't use a single flask. Actually, the least broken power stance jump attack build, yeah. Gideon can't deathblight him, no matter how much I would want to.
I commend your spirit, but alas.
Oh,
Queen Margit has
oh my god.
but we
It's just so stupid. It's so stupid. Even with these curse swords. That's absurd damage. 200 users hate this guy. Okay, 60 Vix, 60 Dex, 60 Faith. Next, I guess, Strength. With the fabulous D-scaling. Godfrey. I need stamina here. Really? Should have gone for the roar already. Why did I not heal? Oh, yes. Sick. Oh, almost hitless. GG's. Perfect timed stagger. Get some strength. Once again, if we were two-handing, the damage would suck here, but we are not. What? That's weird. Yeah. Whatever. Nice. Yeah. Even these guys get kinda shredded. It's not absurd damage anymore, but it's fine. Nice. Well. Deadless space game. With the Eclipse Shotel. Beautiful. GG's. I could get some endurance. Actually, I think I'm gonna get 20 endurance and now get some strength. It's kind of stamina consuming to do this all the time. Right, well, I guess might as well do the DLC. Now that it's deadless as well, we can aim for the glorious Deadless Space Game and DLC. Also, 2 Deadless Space Game runs in a row. Is that a record? Time to go, big boy. We can both aura farm in the beginning. No, I failed it. Could have got an easy one cycle, but... Well... was trying to shackle again, but I dealt too much damage. I would have wanted to see easy first one cycle though. Shit. It's fine.
I can see it.
This specific build makes this weapon good, yes, but you really have to go for this build to actually see those kind of damage numbers. And like any Curd Sword works with this build. It's like one of the worst Curd Swords, at least. Is it a bad weapon? Depends what you consider bad. Slightly below mid is what I would say. But then again also, I would say that it's pointless to use this weapon. Because you have better alternatives if you wanna go Curd Sword build. Is it the worst legendary weapon? I guess this is the worst legendary.
What a surprise. You should join me here. I'm pleased.
Okay, blessing 17, okay. That's fine. Ready to fight Messmer. I'm excited for this. Especially in second phase we should be able to see good damage. Probably decent in first phase too. Not bad. Hate that attack. Absolutely hate that attack. Thank you for letting me do that. Yep. Shit, I didn't have stamina for that anymore. I did something weird in the middle of that attack. No, what? Jesus. She doesn't give me time. Yeah, good damage when we were able to connect. Now Gaius, I guess. What? How did that hit? Not supposed to hit. But I pressed dodge, you fucking... Alright, let's start over. That was just very cursed. No. Oh my god. I feel like it's better to hit him back than heal, because like he doesn't give time to heal pretty much ever. Not the greatest Gaius fight of my life, but still, GG's, still deadless. Can we get past the point where we got with Flamberge? And it's time for Romina. I'm whiffing a bit. Romina is weirdly shaped. Gonna be one of the worst attacks in the whole game, that one right there. Nice. Still quite a smooth Romina. Was that? No, it wasn't hitless. Got hit a lot by the face transition attack, yes, I remember now. Only inner limb left. But that place is very deadly. Biggest threat for the deadless run, that's for sure. Why is it always with the weirdest weapons as well? Spread crossbow, and now if we get this spread crossbow and Eclipse Shotel will be the only two. Not Bloodfiend's arm, not Starfist, not Bloodhound's Fang. But Eclipse Shotel and spread crossbow. Even hitless that part. Actually so far hitless inner limb. Well, there we go. Spoke too soon. They should be pretty good build against Consort. Leda is slightly concerning, but just gotta be careful. But first, need to get rid of the birds. Well, there's max blessing. Shit. Okay, why am I? There's absolutely... Well, there goes Deathless. Well, one step closer. With the Flamberge we got the Row, with Eclipse Shotel we got the inner limb. Maybe the next weapon will actually get it.
Don't you dare approach Mick.
And don't you dare.
Needle Knight left.
Oh, I hate you then. But thank you, Leda, for behaving and respecting the 1v1. Good. Well, at least maybe I can stay undefeated against everyone else other than birds. Okay, Consort. Oh, that's very unfortunate. I don't know if I can run away. Yeah, no. Well, that's very unlucky. It's a very rare attack to get after Light of Miguel, I think. If you are very far away from Consort when he does that attack, it's also just hard to dodge it the way I usually dodge it. Better start. By a mile. That was again greedy. Ah! If I had Ritual Sword active there, I would have died, but I didn't. No! Let's end it before I die. I was really trying hard to go for a classic. Like real hard. Okay, there we go. GG's. Sub 4 hours. It's not bad at all. Decent with power stance jump attack build, but that's just a mental build all around. Best Curd Sword is a good question. I would maybe say Dancing Blade of Rellana, but there's also like Falx, which is super broken. Bandit Curd Sword, super broken. Wing of Astal, super broken in a different way. There are a lot of like S+ Curd Swords. Also, we have some new tiers. We have A+ now, and we also have B+ now. Just to make the tier list easier to read for me, and we would need to do that anyways at some point. If one tier is too wide, it's gonna look bad. The tier list becomes unreadable then. This tier list anyways, because it's built so poorly. Yet it's still behind a paywall. Well, anyways, Eclipse Shotel. Let's see. Dancing Blade of Radahn here, S+. Wing of Astal here, S+. Bandit Curd Sword here, S+. Where's Falx? Falx is only S tier, really. Only S tier, yeah. Then we have some basic Curd Swords like Beastman Curd Sword here at A tier. We have the regular Shotel here at the D tier. I wasn't able to power stance that, and it shows. The second I was able to power stance the Eclipse Shotel, it became so much better than the regular Shotel, for example. Yeah. It's bad, but it's still a Curd Sword, so it's good. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm looking at the C tier, maybe somewhere there, but... That's my rating for Eclipse Shotel. It's one of the hard weapons to rate. Because yeah, it ain't great. Compared to other Curd Swords, it's such a powerful weapon class, especially with multi-hit builds. And it does get visual points, as I said many times. So yeah, C tier. For Eclipse Shotel. It's honestly better than I thought. Shout out to Radagon for sponsoring this video. Click the link in the description to check them out and use the code FortiEnjoyer to get 25% off your first payment.